Hello everyone. Welcome to Mindbasket. Well, we are on part 3 of chapter 3, right? But before we move forward, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Yes. So, the next part which we're going to talk about is self-esteem. You may be thinking, what is self-esteem, right? Self esteem is the opinions we have about ourselves, about our qualities, and about our limitations. If we feel good about ourselves, then we also value ourselves and we see to that nobody disrespects us. Okay? We don't need other people's validation at that point of time, and we know our worth. And if our self esteem is low, then we always need other people's assurance that you have good qualities, this quality is bad. Okay, we don't know about ourselves, and that becomes our weakness. And this goes into, having a lot of psychological problems later on. So it's very important to have self esteem. Okay, so the next one is self efficacy. You may be thinking, what is self efficacy? Well, self efficacy is knowing one's capacity to achieve goals or to reach a certain hierarchy in life. You need certain steps, so you know that you have that capacity that you will achieve it. So, to make it more easy, example would be supposing you may be an average student, okay, and say you want to get 90 plus. Now average student, as in you may be getting some scores close by to 65% in your exams, but you want to now prove yourself that you can achieve a 95%. So I know that person will be very apprehensive, we will be scared, but has the motivation inside himself and knows that if he studies regularly and does a lot of revision, he will be able to get that score. So this shows that he knows that it is in him, that he can get to that 90 plus percentage scores, and he works on itself himself and attains that score. So that is called self efficacy. Okay, the next one is self regulation. Now what is self regulation? Well, you can say the control we have on ourselves. Now how would you come to know that? Supposing you have been told, okay, as a kid, that don't eat the cake piece on the table until it is 1 p.m. and the cake is kept like that itself on the table, and there is an urge that you want to eat it, okay, but still you have that regulation in you that no, I have been told at 1 p.m., so I will have my cake at 1 p.m. And as it becomes 1 p.m., you cut the cake and you have it. Okay, so that shows the control you have on yourself. That's called self regulation. Got it? So the psychologist Carl Rogers had mentioned that healthy individuals, okay, when they come to know the faults in themselves, they will accept it, plus they will work on it to improve on it and get better. Okay, and those who have this they are not able to accept, okay, that they have problems in themselves, they resort to ignoring, giving excuses, and all these things happen. They try to escape the situation. Like for example, a child who gets doesn't get selected in a singing competition, tries to find out what is the reason, and finds out that okay, his voice is not good, it has to be even more better to be selected to a singing competition. So the child will do practice, will do rehearsals, will work on their self, and next time will get selected. So they are working on their flaws, while another child who is not selected in the singing competition will think that the teacher is not good. I didn't have time for practicing. They always select the people they love. So, this is like giving excuses or giving, ignoring the real cause of it. Okay. So, he spoke about the real self and the ideal self. Now, what is real self? Real self is to know about ourselves, like whether we are intelligent, we are smart, we are beautiful. These things we know about it, okay? And we understand, okay, we are this. So, this is the real self, that what makes us what we are. Now, the ideal self is what we want to become. Okay, so I want to be a doctor, I want to be a dancer, I want to be a singer, etc. So when the real self and the ideal self are in align with each other, that means the real self knows that I am, say for example, an average student, but I want to be a topper. Okay, and they know that there are certain things that they need to do to become a topper, that is aligned. Okay, but if they are supposing maybe not so good in singing and want to become a singer, so there will be a gap in the real self and ideal self, because the person wants to become a singer, he's not good singer. So what needs to do by that person to become a singer, he doesn't know about it. Okay, so there will be a gap, and that will cause a lot of problems. Okay, dysfunction in the person, so it matters a lot. Okay, but if we are able to align with the real self and ideal self, then we are people who become, uh, you know, uh, we blossom into a fully functioning person. Okay, and these people achieve a lot in life because they know about themselves and they know what they want to achieve. So, this is what Carl Rogers said. Okay, so this was about the third chapter. The next chapter will be coming out soon. But before that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And also, in the description below, if you have any doubts or you want studying tips, you can join the link and we will provide all that in the group. Okay, so stay tuned for more.